spawn nades that you do not probably know about, and in this video I'm going to be going over all of these nades that you've probably been getting hit by at the start of every single game, and I'm going to be showing you where to place them and ones I really recommend just to be able to auto the play at the beginning of each match. So let's jump in. So we're going to go map by map, spawn by spawn, and we're going to start off with nails. Okay, so here we are in the attacker spawn. We literally have got our smoke. The reason we're using smoke and not fire is because we can see it a little bit easier where it covers, and it lasts a little bit longer, so I can show you for the purpose of this video. Now in this video you can see by looking, if you want to know how a smoke indicator works, if you look at the minimap right now, as I move left to right, the smoke moves left to right, and that works by looking up and down. It moves it further away, and obviously when it hits walls it doesn't move as far. But if we look through a gap, now we're not looking through a gap, now we're looking through the gap, we can see where it lands. You want to be standing just past this wall right here, and you want to look at the top of the stairs and fire there. Then once you've done that one, which would block off the top of the stairs, you can make a good push through middle. But now we have to worry about this. Well, this is where you have to get a teammate to work with you. So if you've got a smoke right off there, you can come down here, and from here you can place two smokes. So I'm gonna have to quickly just change my smoke to make sure I've got two of them. So let's go back, and I'm gonna place one right there, and I'm going to place one right there. Okay, now just look at the minimap. Don't even bother looking at your gun. Don't point. Just literally only look at the minimap. And then when we come up here, we can see that if that was fire, you would have hit fire all the way along here, because that's where it landed, and you'd have hit fire all the way along here. So you could stop the mid push. You can use it for smokes if you want to push through mid. So you could literally do that, drop down a sonar, and then with a sonar you have a real good view of this area and to take full control of the mid. And if you've got full control of the mid, you could use secret passage to go all the way to A, or you can use side entrance, be short to go straight through to B, which is a very good push because you've got the two doors. And you could even from there drop down and rotate under and split your team up to get a real good push onto B, and even have some rotate all the way round the back. Now let's go and show you A side from the spawn, which would be really good. So let's quickly go all the way back here, and now this one is a little bit harder to place. So there's only really one spot I would strongly recommend, because the wall, as we know, is along here. So from here you can literally just shoot it right there and give it a moment, because it does take a while to land. We can hear the audio cue. That blocks off all the sniper push, and you can't unfortunately hit the first part of the street market because there's too much roofs going on. Now you could do that, and with that would help you push through a little bit, but it's not the greatest of pushes. You could use it for fire mainly to stop someone pushing along and get in there. Now let's go over to the defender side to show you what they can do. In the defender spawn, as we know, we can push up quite far. So there isn't some real good spots, some decent spots, but you know the wall runs along here. Realistically, the only one you want to do is that one right there. Place it on the doorway, a burn, slow them down there. Or when you're standing here at this barricade, you can also fire it over there, but that's not going to reach. You're going to have to actually put it further for it to actually reach. It's really hard one to land. So the way you want to get an extension on it is, if you look now, when I press W, you see it moves forwards. Now if I jump, I can really move it forwards. So you have to time this perfectly, and by the time you've done that, it's probably not gonna hit them because they've probably moved by that time. You see it's hitting the roof, and then it dropped off the edge of the map. So it's not the easiest of ones to do. You want to actually have it come through here and land to burn right here where I'm standing. But the problem you've got is because the barrier's here, they've probably already moved down, and it's not going to affect anyone. So it's not a really good one to shoot from there. The only other alternative there is you could use it to fire to the likes of this area, just to block a bit of smoke off if you're over at B short main here. From here you could simply just look up and fire it down there, so you've got a cover from the left side and put a fire down here. That's what you could do there. Now the other one you could do is, if you want a good push, from here you can jump and fire, and we can see with that jump and fire that will completely block off the push. So yet again, if they are doing an aggressive push, you can burn the hell out of them there. Hopefully we can get there quick enough to show you. Yeah, there we go. If you would have done that jump, you will be burning the hell out of them as they're trying to push through. So that's a real good way, or even to stop their snipers. That straight from there to here would be really good. Now the other ones you have got is where you do have your spawn here. So you don't need to do that. You can simply just fire down there like that. And that's really it for this map. There's not too much to do on the defending side of things. It's just all quite self-explanatory. So I can't really explain much. Now I do want to let you all know while we're here though, that you can almost fire it directly up to yourself. So if you know that the bomb is typically being planted here, right, we can look up. And when you're looking up, you can just tilt it a little bit forwards and fire. And with doing so, you'll be burning them. You can do this for many of areas. You don't have to fire it in a straight line. You can aim up. So even if we are behind this wall and we know someone is there, we can get to areas like this. Very hard. And jump and fire it. And that will also land. The burn would have dispersed over the wall. It's not the easiest of ones. And you could land it right there. So you don't have to worry about a crazy push. Go ahead and fire them and make some more angles. That's Naos. Now let's go into the next map. So Dongtiang, we are on the defending side. There's not really too many great ones that we can do here. But there is two that I would strongly recommend, which is one is from the middle. We would know that the spawn point is here or where we can't leave. And if you literally just look under that lamp, you can place it right there and you can put a burn, because typically what most people are doing is they'll be trying to get to rotate the statue. Now, if you fired that there, the burn will hit everyone that's trying to push through to go and activate this, and you can fire it straight off the rip to help your team out. Now, moving over to the other spot, which would be B. From here, we have got a real nice nade that we can go ahead and do. But you want to wait until the 57 mark on the timer, and that would be standing right here. And you'll just look, and now what you want to look at is, you see the B main writing, there's a little box there. The little box that we see right here on the map. We want to aim just behind that. So you aim up and you aim there. Now, as soon as it hits 57, you fire that. The reason 57, because that is how long it's taken to time people to come from here, just behind terrace, all the way to here. And because they normally go a little bit slower. Now, they might run and get a little bit closer. So you have to be careful. That's why I would predominantly put myself over to the left to fire it. So if they do sprint around the corner, you can avoid it. But let me just quickly just show you that again. We fire that right there.
Reloading.
Then, bam, we can see that if anyone was there, the burn would have hit and it would just start burning everyone on impact. That's really it for the defender's side. You can fire along A main, but everyone knows how to do that. Now, if we are on the attacker's side, you can do the same sort of thing here. You could simply come around the side. Now, remember, use this with any projectile you want. You have to get someone, make sure someone's holding this angle, and then you, from here, can get a real nice shot on the side. But you see what I did there? I had to press W to move it over. Now, even so, you can hit them if they're there, but you have to aim a little bit lower, like we said. And typically, you burn the person there and the person who is standing just behind that wall. Right, moving over to A side. So yeah, again, if you are coming down mid, be careful because a fire might land here. But what I would typically do is, you see this part of the wall right here, aim there. And that was a little bit off. I would aim there.
Reloading.
And that should burn everyone who's trying to come and contest you doing your statue. So you've got plenty of time to go ahead and hit your statue, and it'll be able to hit them, even if it's a case of coming around and shooting there. But the reason I say here, because they're probably going to fire and land something there. So if you're doing that, just look at your angles. It's quite self-explanatory. You do that, boff, and your fire will be there, and it'll be burning everyone trying to contest you. If you can get up closer, great. Well, then what you could do is you could simply just fire it in the middle of the door and smoke it off to stop them getting a line of sight. So you can now position yourself wherever you want or rotate around. Completely up to you. Very self-explanatory. And then moving over to A, the only one we really want to be doing is this one here, where we're firing down the line. Look at the map. Fire it straight down there. Give it a moment. And then that is completely blocked off all snipers. Now we've rotated the map as well. Oh, we rotated it back. But normally there's a wall across here when we rotate it across. So that would completely stop any line of sight from the enemies. And then you've almost got an easy push up with a sonar. You place your marker down and then you ping anyone trying to push you. The only thing you have to watch out for is here and then anyone swinging here, because normally you won't have someone up here waiting for the swing. Now, another one as well is we can go ahead here and we can stand here and do the exact same thing. So if you're worried about them shooting you as you're coming around here, you can hit the smoke off there, or you can go ahead and fire it a little bit further without even jiggling forwards. We see now that's hit that perfect smoke spot right there. So yeah, do what you want with that one. Now there is one other thing that I want to talk about, guys, is I want to show you a quick demonstration what you could do with a diffuser if you are a defender and they've gone ahead and planted. Now, let's pick someone I can demonstrate this with. So I need something that sticks to the ground or sticks to the floor or whatever that moves around, right? So we're going to go nitro, and I'm just going to go ahead and use nitro, and I'm going to place her turret down. Right, imagine this turret is a diffuser. So let's just say they've gone and planted here at this wall, right? I'm going to place my turret down on the floor. That's the diffuser. Now, if they have planted there, you can push round here and shoot them. You can push round here and shoot them. Or why make it so difficult for yourself? Get your teammates to hold this angle here, right here. I know the wall's closed. Get them to hold that angle right there while you go ahead and go over to the mid statue right now. And if we go ahead and hold this, have a look at the turret on the map. Okay, it destroyed my turret on the map, which typically it doesn't destroy the turret. With the diffuser, because it can't destroy the diffuser because it's a solid object, it would actually move the diffuser here, shut them out of it, and you've got the diffuser, and now you own full control of this site. So you only then, if they are protecting this angle like I told you them to, all they've got to do now is just stand here, one run over there and defuse. Easy job picking. It works the exact same with B. If they go ahead and plant on B, well, you do the same thing right now. If you look at the walls, you go ahead and rotate the map, and you get a real good, easy way of stopping the diffuser. It works from both ways, because you can see now the map is rotated. If they've gone and planted it there, and you rotate it, it's pulling it around, pulling it behind the wall, and you can get a real good, easy defuse. Likewise, if it's on this side, it moves the diffuser around with it, so then all you have to do is come in here and only look at this one line of sight rather than have to swing the corner. You're now making them swing the corner while you're getting a defuse. Next map is Yggdrasil. Probably said that wrong again. Yggdrasil. There you go. She just said it. Now remember, all these do work with Spider as well, which is really good to know. Now this map, there is not a lot of spots that you can really do. The only thing I would recommend is from here, firing up to middle. I've even got the fire out there. But from there is literally firing up to middle to stop them pushing aggressively, and it just gets a bit of fire out. Now, if you do have dominance of this area right here and you know someone's sitting by the door, you could simply fire over that wall, and from there you can hit people behind the door, which is a pretty good spot. And that works yet again the same as here. We can't hit there because that is the solid part of the wall, but you can do a run and jump. And you can see if there's a sniper sitting there on the corner, you would have hit the sniper from the attacking side, which is a really good spot to do. So I'd do that, and I'd do that. And then A main, there's not really anything special we can do. All we can do is we can shoot this over, and we can aim just up slightly right there. That way we aren't getting hit by the snipers on the swing. And bam, you've gone and hit them there. Rather than having to push out, guys, the last thing we want to be doing to fire smokes and fires, we do not want to be doing this, because we know that them split seconds will get us hit by a sniper. So we want to be firing always over things to make it a little bit better, so we don't have to swing. And wait for the audio cue as well. You'll see the markers if you've hit them. And then really with here, there's nothing special that you can do. If you know someone's sitting in the corner, you can ping them with little bits like that, but that's all very self-explanatory. There's nothing incredible else to do on this map, so let's move on to the next one. Now we're moving to Outpost. Let's go ahead and do that and hit start. So this map is actually really good for a spawn stopper. So if you're here on this map and you are on the defender spawn, you would from here go ahead and peek through here. And if we look at the mini map, this is probably one of my favorites, because most people do like to swing that hard, and you get so many hit markers, so many assists just for firing off that one. You can fire off multiple, one to the right a little bit further. So if they really try and swing out of it, they're just going to completely cook. Really, really good spot to do it. And then you can do the likes of firing it over there just to block this doorway off. But normally, because they haven't swung by then, you would just fire. Now a smoke bounces, but the fire would detonate straight on impact. So that's a really good spot to do. Now we do know typically most people are going to be down here, so why not just throw them off, get actual smoke down there, and with a smoke you're almost cancelling out all of their sniping opportunities. You just have to watch out with them jumping over that box or using a nitro wall on that box, looking straight down the line. Then moving over to B side, you've got multiple spots that you can hit. So from here we'd have a wall here and a wall over there. From here we can basically do the same, cut off short mid. I don't know if I fired that correctly. Yeah, there we go. We've cut off short mid. And then we do the same with this spot right here. I really like to do this one because typically once you move down, you will see right there at the back, there is always a sniper sitting on that box. So if you've got fire, you don't even have to peek. Wait till that lands, starts cooking them, pull out your sniper, and then you peek them or get the advantage. Do what you've got to do, even if you get a smoke down. And then you can go ahead by looking at the map yet again. Go ahead and line it up with a spider trap. Bam, you now have caught them and you've got a free kill from a sniper. Now let's go over to the attacking side. So from the attacking side, we know that the wall is there and just here. What I would do typically is I would come, let's show you from left to right. So the first spot, we do know we have to worry about the fire here. But what we could do is we can kind of like counter the push up from them so they don't push, and just fire right there, and that will burn them right in the door. So they can't swing you, or even if you smoke, they can't come out and push, or they can, but they might be scared to do so, or they'll take damage doing so, depending on what you use. The next one is stand on top of this box because there's a wall right here. From here, you can, as the map starts, so as the round starts, Nappy Bob X FragPunk, welcome to the YouTube channel, mate. If you subscribe while I'm making a video, I'll make sure I give you a shout. It's a 3-finger salute. If you're standing here, we can see it hits the box, but if you move forwards, it moves a little bit further. We see that? So as soon as the wall disappears, fire it, and that will then burn anyone who's trying to push around here to stop you from a mid. Or you can even smoke it off like that so you can fly down the mid. Now the other one is when this round starts, you can jump from there, you come straight down here, and then you can do the same down here. This is good with a smoke, so you could use a smoke there, block off the angle, and rotate straight through to be short. And you could do all the same little things here. We know most people are holding that angle there, so you could simply just pop them from there and stop them holding that angle against your team. Completely clear them off of B main, so you can make a real good push through B. So get someone to smoke there. You guys clear this area, however's best suited for you. And then from here, go ahead and just fire away all around the block at all the spots they might be holding you guys into B, so you can get a real good push into B. Now, we did see at the start that on this side, you can hit the snipers with your fires, but the wall starts here. Once you've broken through the wall, you can do the exact same back to them. So if you know that they're going to do that to you, well, you can start hitting them back with the same bit of their own work. But that would hit their spawn, so it's not the greatest. You'd want it to be right there, and that would hit them just over the wall. And if you do manage to make it up, then from here, you would want to fire a smoke right there, so they can't see lines of that side. And then from you, it's completely up to you how you want to block off the left side. So you could just simply do that. Now we've got a smoke there. We've got a smoke landing right there. Bam, we can plant right here. Some really good spots. Right, let's move on to the next map. So the next map is Tundra. So let's go ahead and do that and hit start. Now, guys, if you did not see my tips and tricks video, I strongly recommend you going ahead and watching that. The reason is for spots like this, I'm going to quickly just show you in this video as well. If we are in the defender spawn, you just want to jump up here and you want to throw your wall on here, jump on top of your wall, and then you can see their door, which is their spawn right there. It's stupidly broken, that spot. You could even make it where you can jump up here and look over the wall there and actually see the door peak. And another spot here is if you literally just come round and jump round here, you can jump onto this wall, and on this wall you can see that door edge, you can see the stairs, and you can see the entrance there. So this is a really good spot to go ahead and hold for your team. I would strongly recommend it. You can jump up any part of here as long as it's not on the edge bits, and you can just, yeah, you come close to the edge, it will let you stand up. That's the ultimate spot because that's the way you can see everything, and then you can do some crazy little bits. But go check my nitro peak spots for that. And then, yeah, if we are at this side of the spawn, we can simply from here, we know that they're going to be pushing 2F entrance, so you need to run when you do that. You see that me running moved it forwards, and you can hit them, burn them right off the rip. It's not the easiest one to land because they've probably moved so far. So in theory, all you want to do is once it opens, you just want to fire it straight down there and stop them from pushing the main entrance right here. Now you do know, or you might not know, from here you can simply just walk up the stairs and fire it and burn anyone who's trying to make that push round, which is a good little one to let off, especially as a defender. And then you got another wall right here, and from here we can simply fire that over there and cook anyone who is trying to hold this angle. And then B main, we do know that we've got to worry about this door. So if you do have a smoke and you do want to help your team swing, well then all you literally do, which is common sense, is you'd fire it there, and then you can get a little bit of a swing across or run down the line and shut the door, whatever works best for you. However it works best for you. You can slow down the push by just putting off some fires, and then with that you can use this, which is in my nitro peak spot, and you can just jump on top of that. Once you're on top of it, you can set up, and you want to pull out the next wall when it takes time, so you have to get it pretty quick for this to work. And then from here you want to, there we go, and then from here, sorry, from here you can look straight through the door and get some really good pickings. And then yeah, that's it really. There's not really much more on the defender side, so let's go over to the attacker side. So the attacker side, we've got the barricade right there. We can do the same sort of thing where we fire over and block off the main door right there to stop them from pushing our spawn. But the best ones would be to be coming through main. But yet again, you've got to really watch out for that sniper, because right there is where the head of nitro would have been before that we'd have seen. So you want to be watching out for that. You want to be aiming up. You want to place one right about there. And once you place one right around there, it will burn anyone trying to swing you. This is not really the easiest spots to hit anything, because we don't really know if anyone's holding anything. Unless you get actual eyesight, it's, yeah, not easy. Right, so from here, we can simply just block off the doorway to give us cover to push up. And then we can make a move. We can shut the door, control the area, completely block it off, or do a push up. You can even do the likes of from the bottom of the stairs, fire down the way. You want to kind of run forwards to get that distance and block off their site push. So now we can get in and we can place walls around whatever to get actual viewing points into their spawn. We can put another wall down and get even higher, and then we can really see them while the smoke's there, or our team can push up. It's pretty up to you. That's it for Tundra. Let's move on to the next map. Guys, if you do get any more while I'm doing these, please let me know in the comments down below. Send me a video on Discord, however it may be, and I'll give you a shout out. Let's jump on to the next map. The next one is Het. Let's go ahead and hit start. So really, from the defending side here, there's only some that we'd want to do. So we'd want to go and fire one at this doorway right there. The reason we'd fire at that doorway a burn is because when they push up, they'd normally try and push to get through that door to get a little bit quicker, or they'd be trying to swing up here. But by doing that, you're going to slow their pathing down regardless. Really good spot. Not the greatest though. The other things I would be doing is, by doing that, having a little nitro wall here with the sniper rifle and just popping them as they're trying to come round there. Now you then come through to the likes of A. In A, we all know that we can jump on top of here, put another nitro wall down and snipe through and shoot them just past that box right there. You can also put a double nitro wall here if it's easier for you. I know a lot of people will probably prefer this one, but you do use up 2 walls here, which is not as good. So you'd put a wall there. Yo, I don't know your name, but welcome to the YouTube channel. You subscribe while I'm making a video, so I'll make sure I give you a shout out. But unfortunately, I don't know how to read your name. If anyone knows how to read his name, let me know in the comments down below. Right, throw the next wall right there. And then upon doing that, we can see a little bit lower and we can get a lot more visuals. We can move all the way up to the wall and just take them all out with ease. So another really, really good spot. But for the actual noobs themselves, you can from here shoot it and hit them down the corner as they're swinging. A lot of people don't realize that there is this hole here. Now, this works the same if you are going ahead and attacking. You know that there's people always behind that blimmin' wall. I missed it. So you could smoke them off so you can swing. It's not easy to hit the actual fire charge though. I mean, good luck to it, but you don't really want to be standing here looking over there anyway, because yeah, it's not the greatest of spots to be standing. You can still be peeked. I personally wouldn't be firing them and doing that, but just so you are all aware, even if you know someone's holding that corner, well then you can go ahead and fire them like that and burn someone that's trying to hold this angle on you coming in. There is and there isn't a lot of things that you can do here. It's okay, I suppose. It's not the greatest of spots. Right, let's go over to the other side. So here we are on B spawn. We'd have the barrier right there. We know people are going to push through there. So the most common sense one would be landing it right there. That would give them enough time to hit from B corridor to B main and get a nice tasty burn off there. Nothing special, nothing interesting. But what we don't realize, if we're on this spot, the whole B short is open up until this point. So if they are trying to push it, you could fire it off right there. And from doing so, you can burn them in the corridor there. And you could even fire it to here. So if you know they're holding this angle, you can do the exact same thing. Really good spot to fire it. And also, I don't know how slow people are to get off the mark. But if you know they're holding a patio, you can from here fire across. So the wall is here. Run down, get your teammate to watch that angle and fire across there and burn them at a patio corner. Pretty cool and pretty darn nasty. It's just another cool one that you can squeeze in. From the attacker's side, there is not much we can do. We've got the likes of, if we get on top of this fountain here, we can get over to this wall here. And then from here, if you know someone's holding that wall, well, you can hit him anywhere along it if you want. You can hit him right there. And that, if there was a sniper there, you would have burnt them right on arrival, and you could have moved it a little bit to the right and hit someone right here. So it could literally get a sniper off this wall, because the main thing that we got to worry about is snipers right there. And then we did see from the attacking side that we can fire through the open roofs if it's something you fancy doing. So it is a real cool mechanic. But yeah, I would get on top of that wall. You don't have to jump on there to get on there. You can actually jump just up here. Let's do that back again. And then from here, yet again, you can see on the map where you want to do it. If you want to stop someone holding the corner, you do the same as someone holding the corner. Both of them will completely cover that whole area from people trying to hold you off on a patio. Now this side, nothing special. Everything is actually closed off. So unfortunately, there's nothing we can really do. The only one that is worthwhile is if you know someone is up on top of B lift, you can fire that one up there. You can also fire one at B coast right there, and you can tilt it up even higher as well, guys. Just hit there. But from there, that didn't actually hit up there. It should have hit up top, but that didn't for some reason hit up top. If we were, let's go back to the spawn. We walk forwards and jump, and that then, boom, set them on fire. and now they can't hold that angle as well. So that's a real good spot as well. That's it really for this map. Everything else is quite self-explanatory. Aim up, aim down. Let's move into the next one. Next map is Black Market. So this map's got some incredible ones, guys. If you are on the defender side, we can head simply straight to A. And we know that the barrier is right here. From here, you can aim up the top. And you can aim right there. And then you can aim another one here. Amoon423, welcome to the Death Squad. If you subscribe while I'm making a video, I'll make sure I give you a shout out. You can see this comes straight through the windows up there. Burns people here on the hallway. And this one burns snipers protecting the end of the stairs. So that is a really good one too. I use this in almost all of them because you hit them. It was right there. And then that comes straight through the glass and hits right here. So if they manage to get past the first fire, they're not getting past the next fire. And they are cooking the whole way around that bend. Really good. They are my two favorites that I use most in this game. And where I get the most impact. Now, yet again, from our spawn is here. The only one you really want to do is we know that they push down B corridor. So from here, you just aim it through the gap. That hit the top there. You ideally want to be landing it right here. And you'll burn them as they're trying to peek this angle because the fire does spread. So if you land it there, it will spread to about here. Just stops them from peeking. You can aim it a little bit more to the right and hit there. And unfortunately, really, for the B side, there's not many spots we can do because the wall comes down there. The only thing you can really do is hit anything in corridor by looking through them vents. And then yet again, do the same by looking through them vents. There's nothing incredible. And then on the attacker side, yet again, it works the same. This side, you've only got the vents, which don't really help at all. And then from the attacker side, you can kind of do the same thing again. But from here, when you've got this spot right here, the wall, this is the one I do from the attacker side. We know that looking at the map, they're always sitting on that box in middle. If you press W and move forwards just a little bit, you do that. And you would have burned anyone that is on that box. You can also hit that one there from there. And then here, yet again, you've got to watch out for our fires. So it's not the greatest. And you've got to watch out for the peaks. But you could hit people that are stalling there. No one's really stalling anywhere else. So the next one would be just firing it down the line to stop them hitting you hard. So yeah, you could get a burn off and a burn off here if you know they've rotated back. But other than that, not the greatest of ones to go ahead and get hits from. I know that you can do this, which is not that great. You stand here, and then from here, you can shoot it into the overbridge. So if you have got a smoke, but it's still not going to cover them, you've got to get it under and make it land here. So I wouldn't do it. Anyway, guys, that's this map. Let's move on to the next. So that was actually all of the maps. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this, make sure you leave a subscribe. A like, a comment would be much appreciated to help me get into that YouTube algorithm for more people to be able to see this. Much love. Take it easy. See you in the next one. Peace.